One of the great blessings I get to be the pastor and teacher here at Bloomfield Congregational Church is to be invited into some of the most tender, most important moments in people's lives. Sometimes it's birth, sometimes it's a struggle in a relationship, sometimes they are feeling tortured spiritually, emotionally, or going through something physical, and sometimes it is towards that end of life. A couple of weeks ago, I was invited to go to a particular family's home. They've said it's okay for me to share this, so I'm not going to name them specifically. And the mother is in at-home hospice care. They know that they have a relatively short period of time left to live in this earthly life. And so she asked for me to come over and sit down with her, and I got there. And when I got there, I talked with the family a little bit, and then she asked for me just to talk with her alone. And the family stepped out and sat down, and we were having a good conversation. And she said that she wasn't afraid to die. She said, "My body's ready. I'm kind of waiting a little bit for my family to be ready, but I have a question for you, Pastor." And this is one of those moments where it has nothing to do with being Sean, and has everything to do with being the pastor. I said, "Pastor," and she had tears well up in her eyes. She said, "I'm not afraid of dying. This body is ready. But is it well with my soul? I'm worried about where I'm going. Can you tell me, is it well with my soul?" There is no seminary training. There is no preparation for a question like that. And it may not sound like it, but in the scriptures here today, it addresses part of what Jesus hopes for us in this moment. "Come to me, all you that are weary and carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest." I can't think of a burden to carry much heavier than wondering in that moment what is going to happen to your soul. "Take my way, my yoke, take my way that I teach to follow, take my way upon you, and learn from me. I will give you rest," meaning I'm going to be there with you. You are not alone. I am going to be with you all the way through, because I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your soul. This life is hard enough to live day to day without having to worry about your soul. Without having to worry about your soul. I don't have great words to just talk through this, but I can tell you this. See, we talk a lot about Jesus' ways of teaching us and how we're supposed to listen to his words, we're supposed to follow his actions, and if we follow in this way, our life will be better and things will be better in the world, and we will have a more joyful, fulfilled life. It's hard enough to live in this world without that heavy burden right there. And here's the thing. Jesus took care of your soul already. That's taken care of. You, no matter what you've done, no matter how you feel, your soul is secured, not because of what you did, not because of what you said, not because of what you're going to do tomorrow, but because Jesus already took care of this for you so that you cannot live with that burden, so that you can go and do all the other stuff, because this life is hard enough. But sometimes the only way that I really know how to convey a message like this is there. And hopefully you got the lyrics to a song that I wrote to try to convey about this story and the meaning of this. You can read the lyrics later. You can read them now while I'm singing it, however you would like. And if you're online and you don't have those, then you can just email me or email the office, and we'll make sure to send you a copy of those lyrics if you would like them. I sat down beside her bed. The family had just left. She said she had a few things on her mind. Said, I'm not afraid of dying. This body's had its time. But I'm wondering, is it well with my soul? Would you tell me, is it well with my soul? Well, I had to catch my breath. See, moments just like this, nothing can quite prepare you for. I reached out and held a hand, said, God's your biggest fan. Here's what you'll hear when you walk through that door. Here's what you'll hear when you walk through that door. It is well with your soul from the day you were born. Let me show you the ways your life mattered. I was there all along. Every breath, every song, every heart that you held, and seeds you planted. Oh, how they've grown. Let me show you, 'cause I've been waiting. Let me show you. Now, I'm not the betting kind, but I bet there's more than one who wonders what it's like on the other side. And I may not know more than you, it's a mystery to me too, like for many, for thousands of years before. But here's what we're told is true, that you and I have work to do to make this place a bit more like in heaven. And if you plant the seeds of the kingdom for a world in need, here's what you'll hear when you walk through that door. Yeah, here's what you'll hear when you walk through that door. That it is well with your soul from the day you were born. Let me show you the ways your life matters. I was there all along. Every breath, every song, every heart that you held, and the seeds you've planted. Oh, how they've grown. Let me show you that it is well with your soul from the day you were born. Let me show you the ways your life matters. 'Cause I've been there all along. Every breath, every song, every heart that you held, and the seeds you've planted. Oh, how they've grown. Let me show you, 'cause I've been waiting. Let me show you how they've grown. 'Cause I've been waiting. Let me show you.
let me show you. Amen.